Mission Control, this is GG14, pre-trade checklist complete, permission to degen. GG14, this is Mission Control, permission to degen granted. All right, it's July 22nd, 2024, 7:33 a.m. Eastern. I entered a position over here thinking we were going to pull back around these 5583.50 levels. And unfortunately, I went into drawdown here and pulled back a little more than I thought. We had some derived zones around this area and then down at this 5581 level. And now we're seeing that pullback. Should have been a little more patient. And now I'm crossing my fingers that I'll hit break even. If we see some momentum, I'll keep my take profit level set and go from there. But lately, at least since last week, I've been enjoying taking some trades in the morning or in the evening when the markets open back up. It's just moving a lot slower and having a little better read on it. We saw a nice uptrend all through the night, and so I like what we're seeing here. Unfortunately, my entry is just horrid, and that's the way trading goes sometimes. But I like how we're bouncing off the MAs here, testing the this fair value gap, the 5-minute, 15-minute overlap slightly. So I'd like to see us just push back up here. Overall, the market seemed to like the news about Biden dropping out of the presidential race. So I'm not quite sure what to expect today in the markets. There's no news expected today. Tomorrow's there's home sales and the Richmond Manufacturing Index. But aside from that, we'll just have to see where the markets go. I would like to see a continued push up just because we saw the sell-off on Friday. And I think the next level here that we have is around this 587.50 level that will act as some resistance. Very low volume here. Nothing really too concerning on the footprint chart. I'm looking at the 15-second currently just to see what's going on. Okay, we just did see some sellers step in. About 100 contracts, 200 sold now. Still some selling pressure. And I apologize because my face cam, for some reason in OBS, everything's set up in the sources, but the audio is working through my camera and the mic that's attached to my camera, but for some reason the face cam isn't showing. I tried restarting OBS, and if you've been watching since the past week, I switched back over to my Mac Studio to trade on TopStepX. Keep running into some issues with OBS on my Mac Studio that I haven't ran into before, so I'm going to have to keep on troubleshooting and figure out why it's not running smoothly here. We are seeing some buyers step in. Looks like we might see a little push to the upside here. I'm hoping we can hit my take profit level. This would have been a really good trade if I had entered down here, but overall the trend's upwards, so I felt comfortable holding that. Part of me wants to close early just because I sat in drawdown for so long, but let's let this one play out since it's the morning and there's not going to be some huge swings back and forth. Like how we are breaking this structure again. My entry was over here. Ideally, I would have liked to enter down here just because we had an overall uptrend. But hopefully we can hold above these levels here, and I'll feel confident that my take profit level will be hit. Not seeing any derived zones acting as resistance. I'll move above break even here. Like how we closed above this wick on this body. See if we can hold it. I think I was one tick away. Should have taken profit there, but it is what it is. We are seeing some sellers step in. We've got some resistance at this 584.50 level on the footprint. Looks like we might see this push up. Oh, one more tick. One more tick.
Order.
I'm going to close this out. All right. Locked in some... oh, what? Thought it was going to lock in 225 there. Well, not sure what happened, but whatever. All right. Well, at least I'm profitable for the morning, and I will resume later. Hopefully, I can get the face cam set up here. Catch you later. It is July 22nd, 11:36 a.m. We had a nice uptrend for most of the morning, and now we have pulled back hardcore after a triple top. I was actually thinking about getting in longs here, and I'm glad I didn't. But because we had this huge sell-off, we're finding some support around these levels here. I'm tempted to take a long position for a quick scalp, but I'm also afraid we might just break down further. There just seems to be a lot of selling pressure. Starting to see cumulative delta cool off.
Order filled.
Well, I think my timing was off. Seeing some selling pressure on the footprint here. Just looking for a little pop up because of the sell off here, but I don't think we're going to get it. Looks like we're going to begin to consolidate. I was going to go break even there. All right, we'll risk 50 bucks. Doesn't look like we're going to get this pop here.
Order filled.
Yeah, the footprint, a lot of selling pressure. That's fine. Should have closed it out when I hit like $100, but it's all good. Starting to see some more selling pressure come through. Looks like we're going to start to consolidate and just have these little ranges, so I'm going to stay out. OBS crashed again. I've been looking for a scalp back up, and I missed that, but let's be patient here. We're hitting right at the 200 EMA right now. We just crossed over. Let's see if we can close above it. If we can close above the 200 EMA, then I'd be comfortable with the scalp, possibly back up to VWAP. But we've also got a drive zone in this area, so it's going to act as resistance. Need to break through it. Next resistance level is about 583. 15 minutes looking decent. Kind of want to be aggressive here, but that's also kicked me in the butt a few times. 1 minute closed above, or started above. So we broke through that one resistance level. The next questionable level is 583. Got some buyers stepping in. I think we might push back up to VWAP here. All right, when I say that, the sellers stepped in. See if we bounce off 577.50. Looks like we've got some nice support around that level. All right, I like this green candle.
Order filled.
Spoke too soon. Oh, I need to set my stop loss. Shoot. Yeah. Oh no, a lot of sellers. I'm gonna get stopped. Took on a little more risk too, and I upped it to 3 contracts. Not a good idea. Should have waited for a pullback like this. I don't know what I'm thinking. Jesus. Now we're seeing some buying. Want to be right under these 583 levels. Actually, I like this bounce here. We'll go break even and we'll let this one play out. Seeing some nice momentum. It's 583 level. I should just take profit here and cancel out my losing trade on the last one. It always kicks me in the butt right when I think about it. All right, it looks like we're starting to see that push, but it's just another example of having your stops too tight. Why is trading so hard? Seeing some buyers step in. 576. This is around the initial balance low. So we bounced off that pretty good, but we still got a downtrend on the 5 here. Footprint looking like we've got some buyers. Definitely broke the downtrend, but at least this one. But if you drew a line over here, haven't broken it. So let's see how this plays out. We're above the EMAs here. That's the one. Seeing some buyers on the footprint. Yeah, this 83-ish level is going to be hard to push through, but let's see what happens. That was around 11:28 a.m. I do like the slight uptrend that we're seeing on the one, though, and this pullback.
Order filled.
Go back up here. Right when you think you get at the bottom of a pullback, it goes down further. 5578.
Order.
I was just thinking about taking profit, but oh my gosh, what am I doing, dude? I've just missed out on like $400 profit, but to get back to where I was. All right, it's 12:12 Eastern. Missed this move, second guessing myself. I like that area because it's the lower end of that range, and I just didn't pull the trigger. These days, though, where we have these swings up and down, it just makes me really second guess myself. Looks like we're seeing some buyers step in. Now sellers. Divergence on the footprint here. Yeah, this 85, 86 level is going to be some resistance.
Order filled.
I like this slap back up from here. Part of me that thinks we're really going back up to VWAP. Currently in this 15-minute fair value gap area. I was just thinking about closing when it hit over 200. Jesus. I really want to let this one play out and I don't want to get stopped, but then there's also part of me that just wants to close and secure some profits here.
Order filled.
That's so frustrating, dude. I know I'm trailing tight, and I know some people are going to judge me on that, but I'm just trying to go for these scalps, and I'm like waiting for a little run up, some momentum. I was literally going to click close position, and there you go. I mean, I think that was up at around $250, $300 in profit. So I've given up potentially about 500-ish in profit, and so that's just like really messing with me. I don't know why. So tough to overcome these. Like, it's just, you start to get in your head, and I'm just speaking raw, just trying to go for some base hits. And then when you see that number, you want to see it continue to go up to your take profit, so you don't take profit. I mean, at least I was right above break even, but as we can see here, I mean, we're pushing up a little higher, and that's just a matter of me keeping my stop lower so I don't get prematurely stopped out. But can't predict the market, and for all we know, it could have gone back down. So I think we are going to push up to VWAP like I expected earlier. Just have my stop too close on a lot of those trades. I don't know what I'm thinking. A lot of buyers stepping in. Well, not a lot, but some. Now we're seeing some selling. So we've broken through the downward trend. Crossover here. Cumulative delta's got a nice little uptrend. Oh my gosh, I keep missing my entries. It's disappointing.
Order filled.
We do see some support around these levels. Still have a slight uptrend on the 1 minute. Got a MACD crossover, RSI is under 50. Cumulative delta is still on a slight uptrend. Like this 8650 level, it's right above the level right here, or right below. Seeing some buyers on the footprint. Hopefully we Gucci. Hey go. Not good. A lot of sellers. Oh no, I forgot don't have a stop loss on here. This isn't looking good. Got a downtrend on the 1. Ay. This isn't good. Dude. Dude, we're going all the way back down. Seeing a lot of selling.
I need to cut my losses here. If we actually push up and I take a profit on this, that would be absolutely hilarious. But we've got so much selling pressure going on right now. Should have took the loss there. I don't know why, but I am not having fun trading. Need to make it fun. If this actually pushes back up, it'd be unbelievable.
Order filled.
Well, I'd say I got lucky there. All right, well, we made that push to VWAP. Slapped back down a little bit. Looking for some continued momentum up to about the 594 levels. I missed my entry at a buy right here.
Order filled.
Got a nice drive zone here. I think we'll keep pushing up. I think we could push up to these 5591 levels. Nice close on the 5 above VWAP. Oh no.
Order filled.
Just my luck. What is going on? All right, I'm gonna go eat lunch. All right, it's 1:27 p.m. Eastern. I went to go eat lunch and we got that run up that I was looking for. I think I just need to be more confident in my entries and letting runners run, not letting my stop be too tight. I'm a little concerned at these areas because it'll be a quadruple top. It's some highs that were some areas that we reached. I think it was the July 19th. So I would like us ideally to see push through this 607.50 level or the highs for this session. And then we potentially have some upside potential. We have upside potential to 613 or even around these 622, 630 levels. Overall, I was a little concerned. We had an uptrend in the morning session. Now that I look at it, we've had this chop, huge range we're in. So I'm a little afraid that we might drop back down. Overall, there's no news today aside from the Biden stuff. And I feel like this is wanting to push up higher, especially after the sell-offs that we saw this past week through July 16th. I was a little frustrated earlier in some of those trades, as you can probably tell if you're watching through this entire video. I took a couple off recording. I realized after reflecting a little, I'm trying to force some trades while I'm recording, so I got to get out of that habit. And it's just one of those things where I'm a little excited to get into a trade, but also wanting to get into a trade to reduce the file size, which is just a dumb reason to jump into trades. But I'm going to try to be a little more patient here. We've seen, at least on the one, we're bouncing off the EMA. What is this, 21? 21. The 5, we've seen some pullback here, as expected. I was wanting to go short just because we've seen it reverse at these levels. I'm just afraid that we might see this drop back down quite a bit, at least to these 5,600 levels. But overall, the momentum seems good. Keeping an eye on TradingView as well. If we saw a pullback to these 600 levels, I would be interested in a long. The only thing that worries me is whenever I say that and it does that, then we just push down even further. We've got all this room here, this fair value gap-ish area. When we push through, we've got questioning myself. I've seen days like this and I feel like we're pushing up higher. Aggressive entry would be right now. If we popped through these 608 levels, we'd probably see a little blip to the upside. How far up? I don't know. RSI is a little high right now. So that's what's holding me back. We were around these levels when we saw those initial pullbacks around here and here. Volume's cooled down a little since this run up. Looking like it wants to. Seeing some buying pressure on the footprint. 1,000 contracts just went through. I think we're going to see this push I was looking for. So we just pushed through London session highs or Europe session highs from July 19th, which was last Friday. Potentially, we did hit around 610. 615, 622, 630. Next targets for the upside. I'm going to wait and see if there's a little pullback here, though. Always happens whenever I'm thinking about it. These crossovers on the 200 are pretty good, at least today, and to the downside. I mean, you confirm right here, and we had pretty good move, and then back up to the upside here. Whoop! 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 Man, I was thinking about a long here to be aggressive. That would have been 6 points. Sheesh! Try to keep my spirits up, not let the past cloud my judgment in the now. Every fiber of me wants to press the buy button right now. It's looking good. It's such a bad area to buy in, though. My risk would have to be down here. We do have a derived zone here around the 607 levels, so if we can push back there, I might be comfortable. But then I'm afraid because we'd be below these areas again. So we've broken through this consolidation area. I really think we're going to push to 622 here. Got some buying on the footprint. Everything's kind of looking good here. Starting to see some selling. 611, 610-ish level. Right here would actually be a good entry. Patience. Ow. I just like hit my wrist funny bone. Ooh. See if we pop back above this 606.50 level. There's a derived zone around here. It's fighting. More sellers. Looking like we got some buyers stepping in. All right, my trade plan, I'm going to stick to it. 602 is going to be a good support level. Man, see, I'm afraid we're going to push back down. We broke this level here. A lot of sellers. One tick away.
Order filled.
I'll go break even. Ooh, daddy. Are we one tick? One tick?
Order filled.
All right, that was a good scalp. Patience. Patience. Look at that. You stick to your trade plan, works out perfectly. All right, well, I am going to call it a day. I don't want to overtrade here. So I'm up 839.30 on this express funded account through TopStep. And I hope everyone else has a fantabulous rest of your Monday. All right. Peace.